Hello, this is a quick video on how to find your 5-number summary using classcalc. So again, 5-number summary is your minimum, Q1, which is your first quartile, Q2, which is your second quartile, Q3, which is your third quartile, and the maximum value. Okay, so again, first quartile is 25th percentile, second quartile is 50th percentile, third quartile is 75th percentile. So let's take a look at the first problem here. So here is my data set, and what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to find the 5-number summary, and I'm using classcalc. So first thing I will do is copy this data set, Control C, and I'm going to my classcalc here. Let me delete everything. And I'm going to go ahead and paste my values. And as you can see, once I paste the values, I go all the way to the front before the brackets, and I'm gonna type in capital L is equal to. So here I created a list of numbers. Once I have the list, I will click on stats, and I'm going to plot a box and whisker plot, which is called a box plot here. But before I do that, make sure you are in the second tab. The second tab is blue, not the first one. So once I'm in the second tab, click stats, display plots, box plot. And in this brackets, I'm going to plug in L, which is my list of numbers. And if I look closer, where are my numbers? There I have my box plot. And here, the first number is your minimum value, quartile 1, quartile 2, quartile 3, and your maximum value. Now, if you click on this little button right here, you will know if there are any outliers or no. But how do I know? When I click on this quartiles, I have all the information right here, Q1. You will not see a Q2, you will see a median. So Q1, Q2/median, Q3, your minimum and maximum. And as you can see, it says outliers, none. I don't have an outlier. So when I check and uncheck, it will give me values to see if I have outliers. So I highly recommend not checking this. Go ahead, graph everything. And then if they ask you for outlier, then go ahead and check this. Okay? So once you plug in your data, Control C, Control V, name it as capital L, not lowercase l. And then rewind this and make sure you plug it into your box plot. So really quickly, one more time, I'm going to stats. Oh, I forgot to press the new tab. It's not going to work if it doesn't do that. So stats, box plot, box and whisker plot, right? And once I have it, I'm going to type in capital L and quartiles. And here I have my entire information. So let's go back. I'm going to close all of this. And there is one more type of problem that I wanted to do. Not this. So here I'm going to submit. And let's say I'm going to continue. And here you have a frequency table. When you have a frequency table, you have your data and you have your frequency. That means I have 7 2s, I have 3 8s, I have 2 10s, right? When this is the case, you will copy the table. Remember, you will not copy the term, value, and frequency. You will simply copy the table. So Control C, make sure you write this down. You go back to your data set, click, and Control V. And if you see, my data table is not the way it is. So when I open it, as you can see, it's not the way it is. When your data table does not copy perfectly, which is in my case, I'm glad it happened so I can show you. I'm going to close this. And here, if you see this plus, if it copies perfectly, then you're good to go. If it does not copy perfectly, that's when you have a problem. So I'm going to click on this and I'm going to type in table. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the table from here. So where is my table? Let me close this one. My table is 7, 8, 10. So I'm just going to randomly make up some numbers here. But you have to copy the numbers, of course. So 7. And I'm going to say 2 and 8. That was supposed to be 8. 8. And I'm going to say 2 again. And 9. And I'm going to say 4, 4. And 10, I'm going to say 1, and 11, oops, 11 has to be, okay, 11 and 2 and 12 and 3 and enter. And keep in mind, you should not have any blank data set. So how do you delete that? I'm going to go back to the first one and click backspace. So here I have my data values, right? I have a perfect table. I kind of made up the numbers so I can save time copying and pasting. Now, once that's done, again, my aim is to find the 5 data summary, which is minimum, Q1, Q2, Q3, and maximum. So here I'm going to my stats, display plots, box plot. But wait a minute, this is not a list. It's a frequency table. So what do? Pause. And again, this is not a list of numbers. It's a frequency table. So when it is a frequency table, after you type in box plot, you go to stats again, write this down, advance, and then frequency list. As you can see, now I have 2 columns. So once I have the frequency list, I go type in X1 and Y1. And then you will see my box plot right here. And if these dots are bothering you, just go ahead and click on the green color and they'll disappear. And here you have the 5 data summary. I'm going to click on quartiles. Here I have my entire information. So let me do this one more time again. You will click, go to stats, box plot. Remember, it's not a list, so you will not type L1. You will go to stats again, advance. It's a frequency list. I'm going to type in frequency list. And here I have X1, Y1. So I'm going to type in X1 and I'm going to type in Y1. And there I have my values. I'm going to click on quartiles, Q1, Q2, Q3, minimum, maximum. Remember, no Q2. Your Q2 is nothing but your median. Your median is your Q2. And that's pretty much it for box plots. If they ask you for box plot, you will still use the box plot. If they ask you for, my internet is so slow today. If they ask you for minimum, maximum value, you will still use a box plot. So either way, you will be using the box plot just to make sure you get the 5 data summary. And again, percentiles, remember there's a formula for percentile. Quickly, first quarter is 25th percentile, second quarter is 50th percentile, third quarter is 75th percentile. So I'm going to continue here. I'm trying to see if I can pull up, yeah. So continue. So here is the quartiles. And again, I'm going to click on more instructions so I can quickly go over the percentiles with you. Here is a formula to find your percentile. Make sure you write this down because you can use an index card. Make sure you write this down. But one thing I want to specify is I'm assuming you know how to calculate percentile based on the formula. So here they're asking me for 70th percentile. So my K value is 70th. And I simply plug into the formula and I get 21. So what is 21? 21 is the 21st term. So I go back to my data. So my 21st term is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So my 21st term is 64. Now the next example is where you find 83rd percentile. So your K value is 83. But look here, you don't get a perfect number. You get 24.9. When you get a decimal value, you go 1 up and 1 down. So 24 and 25. Now let's go back to the data and find what the 24th term is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. My 24th term is 71. And my 25th term is 72. Remember, I got 24.9 as a decimal, so I go 1 up, 1 down. So 71, 72, and then you take the average of those 2 terms, and you get 71.5. Again, if you have any questions, make sure you use chat, or you email me, or use the discussion board to ask your fellow classmates and collaborate with them. I hope this video helps. And again, I'll be doing more just to make sure to give you all right information at the right time. And again, if you watch this video, please make sure you comment in the comment section in Canvas so I know you watched it, and I know that you will be watching more videos if I make them. All right, good luck.